All right, and welcome to another edition of Women's Talk Live. I'm your girl April J.
I'm Sassy Scribe.
I'm Miss Pretty.
And
This is it, y'all.
yeah, this is
Nobody's
it.
glammed up. Hair need to be done. Nails jacked up. This
Oh
is what
man,
happens when you're on quarantine.
don't talk about nails. Oh my gosh, nails has been not my friend,
Um,
not my friend at all. But I did see Miss Pretty. I saw you did your nails. You did. I was like, oh okay. I'm in the yeah. You see
So
no
how
see.
did you get the overlay off? I know we need to start, but how did you get the overlay off?
I soaked it in acetone.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do that. I'm just lazy. I'm lazy
Yeah,
when it comes to all of the maintenance. I want to pay somebody to do it.
that's me.
Hair,
I'm,
makeup,
I'm
nails,
like,
feet,
That's me. That's
waxing.
me. Yeah. Yeah. I rather just go and have somebody do it. I just don't have the time or the patience. Yeah, I'm the
Right,
same
neither
way.
do I.
Yeah.
Hence why you got such a hack job with these. Look, y'all. Look, and then you washing your hands 100 times. My hands look like they've been kicking flowers.
see, now you know somebody made some good stuff. We're going to have to send the shipment to you.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yes. I
Oh
told
my gosh.
my nephew cut his beard, and he was like, "Auntie, look at this." I said, "Yeah, I got somebody that got some beard balm. I'm gonna get you
Help
some.
you out. Help you out.
I'm gonna help you out. You're too good looking to look raggedy like that."
All right, y'all. So,
Oh,
we have a very interesting show for you today. We had a conversation because we have like these our meetings. So we had a conversation about the pandemic and the church. So right now we have a lot of churches who are obeying the stay-at-home order and they're streaming their services live. I know on Sundays I stream two pastors live. So and to be able to stay connected to their congregation. So we want to get into a little bit of that. And then also, we're going to have a guest on our show today. He is a numerologist, and his name is Lloyd Strayhorn. Lloyd Strayhorn,
Yes.
and he is the author of Numbers and You. So he's going to discuss astrology, math, and all the numbers reading, and I'm actually pretty excited about that because I'm big.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of numbers. Like I'm really a believer of numbers and what numbers can tell you. So that should be really interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's we have a pretty good show coming up for you today. Um, we also our first ever Women's Talk Live newsletter went out today. So
Yay!
right. So if you want to join the mailing list, make sure you go over to WPBmedianetworks.com and join our mailing list. We have our WPB newsletter that goes out, and we also have the Women's Talk Live newsletter where we give you tips, talk about updates on the show, and also
Many,
we,
many shows, right?
yeah, right. But yeah, we give you the tip of the day, and then we give you the Rona discussion question of the day. So we had a really interesting one, and I think Sassy posted it in the Women's Talk Live Facebook page, and it was had something to do with if you have an extra family, secret family. So we wanted to get your feedback on how do you think the secret families are working out right now, because the
Look,
husband
I
ain't really
posted a
got a
couple
whole
of them
lot of
where it
place to
said
go.
since you've been quarantined, a lot of kids haven't seen their uncle since their daddy been home all day.
Oh, my God. Oh, y'all ain't right.
Look, y'all, we're women, so we
Right.
know that men cheat, but we know that we are masters at the game.
Exactly. Exactly.
Men
Yeah.
cheat late into the night. Women cheat between 9 to 5.
Oh my God. Where did you get them stats?
Late at night. They coming home late. They working. Look,
Work schedule
working late,
change is the first trigger.
working late. My older sister says habits and behavior. When the habits and
Yeah.
Yep.
behavior change, it's always something different, and it ain't you.
Yeah, I saw one post that said uh, many husbands and boyfriends are now consistently home, and then they had in parentheses, won't he do it?
Yeah, but you know what? Some of them don't want them home because as much as we love our spouses and significant others,
Mm,
that 8 or 9 hour or 10 hour day or whatever it is that you work gives you that you time so that you can't wait to get back home. Everybody
yeah,
doesn't have the beautiful dynamic of Miss Pretty and the tourists that work together, business together, build together, and you still love and like each other and like being around each other.
right,
Everybody doesn't have that dynamic.
right.
You're truly blessed
Yeah,
to have that.
I am
yeah,
grateful.
yeah. I
Yes,
I say to myself, I said,
you're
Lord,
lucky.
thank God I'm divorced. Woo.
Yeah, y'all around here
Because,
missing
girl, you
work
would have been
husbands.
stuck in a
People
bad
missing their work
situation.
husbands.
Huh?
People are missing their work husbands.
I
Yep.
know. That's okay. I still talk about it every day.
You know, when I haven't reached out to mine, I thought today, I said, maybe I'll just text him and see how he doing. But then I was like,
You
no,
all right?
No, he.
no, because I don't want to open up a door for nothing. You know, just keep it at that level because I know he is crushing on me hard.
Yeah,
All
no,
right now.
no.
Yeah.
Mine's
I
called me
use it when I
today.
need new stuff.
Yeah.
When I want like a new desk or a new chair,
Oh
I'm like,
Lord,
hey.
excuse me.
Let me tell you, mine's called me
I
today and
talk
told
to
me
him, it's
all
like,
about his
hey, how you
day.
doing?
Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Mine's called me earlier today and told me how rough of a day he had. I was like, oh, that's so sad. But you gonna be all right. It's
Normally I meet you in the
blame it
snack
on
room,
Rona.
but
Right.
blame it on Rona.
Blame it on Rona. All right.
Everybody is waiting on Rona.
Right. Exactly. All right. So
I know what? Nobody better not have no dirty house at the Rona now.
ooh,
Well, the same people
honey.
that had a dirty house before Rona gonna have an even dirtier house after Rona.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because why no one had Lysol already on the shelf, at least 2 items, I have no idea.
Oh,
Well,
I
yeah.
got
that's
four.
why we don't eat everybody cooking.
All right, so let's get into our Twitter facts. So, our first Twitter fact is there is a fruit that tastes like chocolate pudding. It is called the black sabotage. Oh, sabote. The chocolate pudding fruit, native to Central and South America, tastes like sweet custard with a hint of chocolate.
That sounds disgusting because I don't
Yeah,
like
I don't
pudding.
know about a fruit. I don't really do puddings like that.
I
So
don't
I
like
don't
the
know.
consistency of it on my
I
tongue.
was gonna say, I think it's probably the consistency that's just
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think y'all could have
I
that
don't
one.
know if I want that.
Yeah, no. All right. Second Twitter fact: the Romans used to clean and whiten their teeth with urine. Apparently, it works.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I
Oh,
don't know.
that's disgusting.
I don't know if I want to do that. I'll continue to use baking
I
soda
don't
and
even know about
peroxide.
the truth in that.
I don't know about that. I don't know
Your
about that.
Twitter facts never cease to amaze me. I swear.
All right, next Twitter fact is men can get erections after they have died. They can also ejaculate, called primericism. It's most often seen in the corpse of men who have died by hanging, and it's due to the pressure on the cerebellum created by the noose.
So it's almost like that asphyxiation thing.
Yeah.
How Richard Carradine, or was it Robert Carradine, killed himself?
Yep.
Wow. That's
Yeah, that's why I don't do. I don't do that. I don't do that choke stuff. Mm-mm. Some people
yeah.
don't know their own strength, and you might kill me.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't do
I
the.
don't
I
do it.
don't. I don't do the choke stuff
You
either.
can go like this. You just can't go like it.
Don't do that at all. My neck's
Right.
skinny.
Right.
Oh
Right.
my God! I wonder if my aunts are watching this.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Okay. I
Well,
don't. I don't. Okay. All right. Next Twitter fact. Because you never know. You never know where Sass is gonna go. Um. The average amount of time a woman can keep a secret is 47 hours and 15 minutes. Wines of Chile
That's not true.
commission study surveyed 3,000 women between the ages of 18 and 65 and discovered that 4 in 10 women could not keep a secret. I don't know if I actually agree with that.
Yeah, because I got some now that no. So
Trust
yeah, no,
me,
that's not true.
I got a
A
whole
man
lot of
will
stuff that I will
a
go
man
to the
will
grave with. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah. Okay. I will say, like I said before, and I will stand by what I said. Men can't keep a secret, and
Hey ho.
some of these men are the new bitches. Okay. Just saying.
I'm really upset that my camera isn't letting everybody see all this fabulousness since I got on my sassy shirt.
You do got on your sassy
I
shirt, bro.
have on my sassy
Ooh,
shirt.
you do. Okay. Go ahead,
Yes, I do.
girl. All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to get into our show for today, and hopefully, and then coming up at 7:30, we're going to have our special guest Lloyd Strayhorn, which we are really really excited to have on the show today. So don't go anywhere. We got more of Women's Talk Live coming up next.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
All right, all right. So we want to get into our next segment, which is pandemics and the church. Um, I know that lately a lot of the churches have been streaming their church services live, so that their members who normally go to church every day, well, every Sunday, can still be able to hear a word. I know last Sunday was Palm Sunday, and I had streamed actually 2 services, and then this Sunday I still have 2 more services to stream live, and I think in one of the services is we're learning that really this is our new norm right now. So outside of other churches who are still deciding to have church services, I had a cousin that tell me that he passed by one church and they were letting them in 10 at a time. And I was like, okay, so they're having what, 10, 15 different services for each 10
Yeah,
people that
how does
come
that
in.
even
So I
work?
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It was just interesting. And then some of them they allow you to just drive by. They gave you the palms and you kept going.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna. I mean, I guess a lot of you know pastors are deciding to do this. They're still collecting offerings through different means, Cash App, mailing in their orders, all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like right now it's the new norm, and I know a lot of people are because they're stuck in the house. And I think we had this discussion the other night where we were saying a lot of people they depend on, you know, going and getting that
That word.
mental, yeah, that mental spirituality, that word. So
It's
this.
amazing that, yeah.
Right, right. So, you know, we want to really just kind of get into that and, talk a little bit about that before we get into our guests. So, I don't know, ladies. I mean, I'm still, I still watch my services online. Now that I'm streaming my pastor's services, I still feel like, now, don't judge me, but I mean, I didn't go to church that regularly in the beginning. So um, this was really good. This was actually really good for me. It worked out pretty well for me. So
I think that should be the next show too. How has Rona worked well for you? Because there's a lot of testaments of saying, "Hey, I needed this break. I needed this pause." But I
yeah,
think um, people can identify somebody in a family who they know them not going to church is really having a negative effect on them. So,
hmm
like, we may joke and say we miss our work husband, but people miss that hug from that person in the church. They
yeah,
miss that
Hmm.
that they took that extra time in the parking lot with that person that only that person understood.
hmm
And some of those relationships are like no other. So
hmm
I worry about them.
I think about that all the time because you see, you hear about it. Like I've never, I think I've said this before. When I worked at the synagogue, I didn't realize how out of touch I was with my own spirituality. And
hmm
then once I got into working there and just understanding and learning Judaism and the different holidays and the meanings behind it, it really made me a lot more in touch with my own spirituality. So doing this, I attend quote unquote bedside Baptist more now than I did when I had the opportunity to actually wake up early and get dressed and attend a service. And one of the things that our family had started to do was on a monthly basis, everybody would pick a church, and
Yeah,
then we would all worship together. And then
hmm
afterwards, we would eat lunch or brunch, depending on the service and the time.
I
And
remember
that's what we did as a family to fellowship and to stay
hmm
closer. So
right, right,
it's really hard for a lot of people who they miss, like you said, that connection, that
yeah,
fellowship, that spiritual connection that they had with with their fellow parishioners. And
yeah,
it's hard. I mean, I wonder. I saw a pastor this morning on the Today Show, and he said that this quarantine had gotten him reconnected with his
mm,
faith, which he didn't realize he had gotten out of touch with.
wow,
hey,
wow, yeah. It's
I think it
it,
was Dolan, Cardinal Dolan.
Okay. Yeah, I know my mom, she's a pastor of a small church. So um, this was something that was new for them because a lot of them, they don't have smartphones, or if they do have smartphones, because it's an older membership, they really don't know
Hmm.
that they can watch it from their smartphones. Some of them don't have computers, they don't have laptops. So I had to be a little bit more creative and, have them log on to a conference line so that they can hear it. But it
oh wow,
was it was definitely different because this is something they're not used to. They're used to going to the church on, during the week or on Sunday. So this was definitely a new norm for them. Outside of
Mm-hmm.
my other pastor, who is always on Periscope, um, always, streaming his services. So for him, this was, even though this was different, this was new. Um, he was up on the technology, but you have a lot of churches who are not. And I think that is really probably hitting those churches more because they can't get together because they don't have the resources, or they have the resources and just don't know how to use them.
Right.
I'm happy they got Cash App. Like they developed a tax deductible based system like Cash App just for churches.
Right,
But
yeah.
again,
There's actually an app called the app that our church uses is called Giveify.
uh-huh. Yeah. Recently my mother-in-law inquired about some and we found about three or four to give her for her pastor to look into.
hmm Yeah. So it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely become a new norm for a lot of churches. So I don't know. I mean, it's a different type of day. I don't think that we will ever fully recover from this. Um, I think a lot of people don't
Ooh.
realize this. I think a lot of people don't realize that because I remember I was watching Dr. Fauci, and he said not only for the sense of the coronavirus, but even for the flu, I don't feel like we should shake hands anymore. And I really had to think about that because he's just like, he said, because it's not just this virus, but you have the flu virus. He said, I just would not recommend shaking each other's hands again. And I'm sitting there like, wow, because some people, when that's the first thing you do when you're greeting somebody, you shake their hand, you give them a hug. So should we um,
I'm
continue?
not going to do that. I'm going to
Yeah,
shake hands and I'm going to hug. I
but
need
you're
physical touch.
right, but you're going to have people
All humans
that are
do.
not going to recover from something like this. They're going to always be afraid or have that in the back of their mind. And I think this is going to be the new um, I don't want to say mental
Normal.
illness, but yeah, just somebody, because we don't think about this. Because look how long we have been in social distancing. I don't think this is going to go
You
It's
away
know what?
anytime soon.
it's
So
all
you know
it's
what?
not quite 30 days though, because I think when I started actual social distancing, I started working from home on March 18th. So I haven't actually been, away from people for a full 30 days. But having to go through this through the end of May and maybe mid June, and y'all know how upset I am because June 7th is our birthday, Prince and I. And
Yeah,
I need to do something on
right.
that day. So to be here through Nick is going to drive me crazy.
Right. Now listen, and
So the
but you have
only thing
somebody. Yeah. Go ahead, Cynthia. I'm sorry.
the only thing that I can attest to that I feel most confident in saying is the will of the human spirit.
Hmm.
People need touch. Like there are studies that babies that don't have touch have failure to thrive. It's a real diagnosis and it comes from not enough skin to skin contact. I know we was tripping off the girl who had this
Oh, we lost you, Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia, we lost you. Um.
to come touch her. Touch is
Okay.
real. So as scared as we was about 9/11 and never getting on planes no more, that's all over now. People flying again. I don't think we're gonna stop hugging people.
No, I don't think. I don't
I
think
don't.
we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna stop. But because I know for me, like I started working from home around the 18th of March, and it is like ever since now. Before the stay at home, I still kind of went out for a little bit, But now it's just like I'm in the house and I'm like, wow. So when I go out, even when I go in the market and I see somebody walking down the aisle, I'll stop and I'll wait for them to do whatever they're gonna do and then
Right.
walk away. Or if I see them walking towards me, I'll just back up out of the aisle. So what I'm saying is that I know that we're going to, because this is different. Like, this is something that I know in my lifetime we've never been through. My
Right.
mom never recalled in her lifetime ever them going through something like this. So I just feel like this is something that, and it's not going to be everybody, but you're going to have people that are not, it's not going to be something they get through or get over right away. And
Right.
I think it's going to be a situation where it's going to take time. And I don't think social distancing for a lot of people are going to just change. I know for me, if I know you, cool. But if I don't know you, I already didn't want people sitting next to me on the train. So, like, I got a little attitude about that already. But now I'm really going to be like, I don't want you to sit next to me. I want because I had that phobia. Now I really have that phobia because I don't do germs. I hate germs. And even like when I'm at work, me and my coworker, if somebody was coughing, we broke out the Lysol and said, "Don't take this personally." you know, I'm just, I don't know. I just think for people who have those hangups or those phobias, I think it's gonna take a while to get through that. And I know for me it will. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to. I feel you. I feel the same way, but I cannot wait to eat crabs on my deck and go to lunch and go to brunch and go have drinks and sit out on the water. I can't wait to be social again because I'm a very
Hmm.
social person, and
Right.
my family does a lot of things as a family. We had to cancel our family vacation. We were all going together. It was going to be a family trip, then a girls' trip. I'm supposed to go to the Food and Wine Festival in San Diego in November. Will I still be able to do that? Because
Right.
they're expecting another wave in the fall. So
I heard
it's
about
it's
that. Yeah.
it's a new normal that I really don't want to get used to
Yeah.
because I love engaging. I love talking. Y'all know me. Every time I laugh, I touch y'all. If I say something to you,
Right.
you. So I'm a very touchy feely person, and
Yeah.
this is going to be very hard. But April, I get it because when I
Yeah.
go to the grocery store, I have my hair covered, I have on a mask, I have on glasses, and I have on gloves.
Right.
Who the
Right.
hell wants to go to the store like that? Then you gotta come home, you gotta spray all your bags, then wipe
Mhm.
everything down,
Right.
put that stuff on the shelf, take your clothes off, put that someplace, take a shower, and then it's like a 2 hour ordeal just to go to the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we shouldn't get used to that.
Right. And I'm like, and even now I'm a little bit even more sensitive because, my mom is older. She does have underlying condition, and now they're talking
Mm-hmm.
about, it's affecting African Americans in such a significant way. So, for me it's and I like being around people. I like being social. I can't wait to go to the beach. Um, but it's definitely gonna be a process that I don't think is just gonna change overnight.
Right. And it's going to be, it really is truly a process.
Right, right. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna see if try to get our special guests on the
Trying to get our
line.
guests now.
Yeah. So but I want to say, oh, okay. So I want to say hi to Vicky Pugh. She's tuned in. So hey, lady, how are you? Thank you for tuning in to Women's Talk. So we're gonna look at getting our guests Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn, and get into our numbers and you. So don't go anywhere. We got more of Women's Talk Live coming up next.
All right, so let me call him real quick.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty?
We're going up! Just like your credit card fees and interest rates.
Always fear, the debt suckers are here.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your back. Consolidated Credit will lower your interest rates, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast. Call Consolidated Credit and get your life back.
Call 800-701-7443. 800-701-7443.
All right, y'all. We're back with Women's Talk Live. We're still trying to get our guests on the line. So, for all those who are waiting for that,
we just came back from the break.
Oh yeah, so Sassy's getting them on the line for us. So don't go anywhere. But okay, so we do have Miss Kendra Pierce. She said, "Hello, ladies." Hey, Kendra, how are you? Thanks for tuning in.
Kendra is one of our massage therapists at Serenity.
Oh, cool.
And she's also a model, honey. So some of the images I put up on our page is her in the dresses.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So so while
did he get in?
We're looking at getting Mr. Strayhorn on the line. So bear with us. We're still getting that. Together. So
we get all our parishioners ready for this digital.
Okay.
Let me. I'm trying, y'all. You know, technology.
I know.
We're gonna give up number.
Technology is a beautiful thing.
It is when it works, right? All right, I think I may have him. So, let me see if I have him, get him in on the line with us.
Okay.
So, I'm actually really like, I the numbers things is weird because I know there are some numbers I had shared with you guys that I let him know that I'm trying to call him. There are some numbers that I've been seeing for, I want to say, the last 3 or 4 months. So, and so I'm like curious, and I think we had pulled it up yesterday because I was seeing like 444 a lot on the clock and on my watch and all that stuff. So I was like curious as to what that was. So
because she's trying to call you, the producer is trying to call you.
So I don't know. I'm curious to hear what that is.
Me too. We don't want lottery numbers. We want life numbers.
even though I will take a lottery number.
I'll take a couple numbers.
I don't mind playing a couple of numbers. Oh my God.
Join as a guest.
So
April, I think we have them.
All right now.
Okay. Let's see.
Cooking with oil.
Let's see.
Yeah, every time you do it, you're gonna have to do that.
Now I can bear with us, y'all. We working all this out. So I am calling him right now. So all he has to do is just pick up.
I know, but this is
Call him.
how
What
this works.
this might be the issue.
Push
Look at me pushing more numbers.
him on.
He's doing it, y'all. He gotta, do all of his permissions and stuff, which
Oh,
we did
gotcha.
earlier. I don't understand this whole process.
Right, right. Okay, not a problem. All right, so while we're waiting on him to call in, this week is almost coming to an end. So how's everybody's week as far as the new norm that we're in right now?
Sassy had attack of the technology today.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did clean
Blessing
off.
myself.
I I did clean off my porch yesterday because it was such a nice day.
No, this is
So
not your. This is
so
not your
I
fault.
was a little disappointed when
And that wind came through.
yeah, that wind came through. Yeah. Um
That
okay, so
I was
we got another comment. So Kendra Pierce, she said a friend of mine was telling me about the significance of numbers too. Interesting. Yes.
the number two or just inclusive the
Just
numbers
numbers.
two.
Yeah, just numbers.
Yeah.
Cuz I was saying that
So
I
here's
was
my number story. I got a number story, April.
okay.
My favorite number is 8 since I was
Okay.
a little girl, like
Uh
2 years old. I mean, like 5 years old. I used to trace it a lot, because it's like a continuous thing.
okay.
So when I found out what my social security number was, it has 5 8s in it.
Oh wow.
Every address that I've lived in,
Uh
except for this house right now, has had an 8 in it. Every phone number that I had has had an 8 in it. And I'm adopted.
okay.
My adoptive mother met my birth mother when she was 8 months pregnant. She
Wow.
saw her when I was 8 months old, and I was adopted at 8 years old. So
Oh.
eight
Okay.
is my birthday,
Mhm.
my day that I was born is the 26th of the month. It equals 8. So
Mhm.
it's just
Well,
always
Cynthia,
around me.
Cynthia,
Wow.
are you a Capricorn?
No, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, she's a
Oh
Cancer.
wow. Yeah, my
What are the
daughter's
numbers you
my
bring down?
daughter's a Cancer.
Uh-huh.
All right, so a couple more comments. Oh, my cousin Theo said hello. Hey Theo.
Hey, Theo.
It's my cousin. Also Kendra said that I see 444 often also. I look it up. It says someone's trying to communicate with me.
Okay, now
Okay.
Kendra, when I looked that up, mine didn't say that.
Mine didn't say that either, so I'm a little
Damn you.
yeah, that's okay. All right. And we also have our super producer, Miss Rhonda Cox. She says, don't forget to ask about my 747 and 924 numbers. Got you.
April, is he in?
No, hold on. Let me
924 and 747. We got to remember that for Rhonda.
right. Um let me see if I add him. She also said the internet says mine's dealt with love and relationships and money.
Well, we wish a bounty on all on those for you, Rhonda.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, she got 2 out of 3,
Let me see
so.
if I can add you.
Got 'em, honey.
And then, well, no, she actually is gonna have 3 out of 3 in a minute, so she'll be
In
good.
1 minute.
Yeah, so she'll be good. She'll be
Let me see
good.
if I can add you.
Yeah, I did.
Auntie on the line. My auntie on. My auntie looking.
Did you get the call? Okay, let me see.
I do try to add him.
Let's try it again. Did you get another call?
Let me try it again. Hold on.
No.
We so anxious to hear what he got to say,
I
honey, cause
know.
we got to down.
It keeps saying that you're unavailable, but yeah, he can hear us
Mhm.
because he's following the live, but it's not letting him come onto
Right.
the site.
Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on.
Okay.
It's good in here.
All
I done
right.
set me up a whole ambiance up here with these candles.
You did what?
I had look, last time y'all remember I blacked out. I didn't turn the light on, so as the sun went down, so did I.
Ah.
This time I got the light on and made sure I'm burning the candle.
Oh my gosh. That is
You know.
funny. That is funny.
He's trying to join and it keeps saying that he can't.
Huh.
Oh, Skype being a stinker today.
It is. Because you're supposed to be able to join multiple calls.
Is it a way that he can do it just through audio?
Yeah, he could do it through audio.
Oh,
It doesn't have to be video. Um,
so he could just pick the phone button and not the camera button.
yeah, he can do that.
He can't even do that.
Oh wow.
can he call WPB Media Networks if he searched that and do a call, and then I can see if I can get him in on that. Maybe that'll work. If not, we'll look at.
April, I'm gonna chat you his phone number. See if you can do it that way. What is it again, Lloyd? Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I see. Is it
It's
someone?
WPB Media Networks. That's what we're on.
Yeah.
It's WTL is Women Talk Live.
Where's Sassy at? Sassy there?
Sassy's here. Her camera's just not working. More technical difficulties.
Yeah. Yeah.
She haven't run into
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Technology is
Got Women Talk
but
Live.
all right, so I'm trying one more time to get him
Okay,
on the
she's
line,
trying one more time to contact you.
and then we can if not, then we can try to see if we can do it another way. But okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. You know what, Sassy? Is he on your phone?
No. Try WPB Media Network.
Is he
What you saying?
is he on your phone?
He is.
Okay.
Lloyd, maybe we can just do it this way, just with the
Yeah.
audio.
Yeah, with the audio. Maybe we could just do a speaker on your speakerphone.
Okay.
Maybe we just
Can
do
y'all
that.
hear him? Lloyd, can you speak, please?
Yeah, just
I hear him.
put the speaker to the. Okay.
Okay.
So you just probably just put the speaker part to I don't know what device you on your computer.
I'm on my laptop.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay. All right.
So, Lloyd, can we do a test real quick? Just say hello, everybody. Yes. So everybody listen, we have Lloyd. We weren't able to get his handsome face, but we do have his voice. Lloyd, tell everybody who you are and what it is that you do really quick.
You have to put him on speaker, Sass, because we can't hear him. Okay, I don't think we're having a hard time hearing him. Okay.
Wait a minute, Lloyd. They're having a hard time hearing you, and I do have you on speakerphone.
It's turned all the
This
way
is
up.
making me mad. I have it all the way up. The speakers all the way up.
Okay.
We heard him real clear for a second.
Yeah.
Can you hear him again? I mean, let's try it again.
All right. Let me do this. I hold on. I got one more way.
April, you think I could share the link to call?
Huh?
Since you already got you have 3 people on yours, right? I don't have anybody on mine.
I don't know if it's gonna show up. Because I've never tested it like that, so I don't want to say yeah, and then it don't show up. So yeah. That's the only thing. So.
Yeah, like I keep trying to invite him, and it's just not letting me invite him.
Yeah, it probably. All right, so is he's still on? I hear a noise. I hear something. Okay. Let me see something. Only thing is, I tell you, y'all are watching us go through this right now. And I'm so sorry. You guys are definitely watching us go through this right now. All right, so let me do a new call. And so for everybody, yes, you are watching me do all of this. So I'm going to just call him. I'm not going to do a video call. I'm just going to just call him. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, y'all. Yeah, we're dealing with some technical difficulties. So, just bear with us. Oh, man. Alrighty. Okay.
Introducing the Collector's Edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set. Democrats stand face to face against Republicans, featuring President Trump and Vice President Pence, legislative leaders Pelosi, McConnell, Schumer, and McCarthy. plus members of our Supreme Court, and even former presidential teams. Each piece designed with impeccable detail to look just like our political leaders. A keepsake you'll cherish for generations. Order your limited edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set with certificate of authenticity for only $39.99. For a limited time, you can get a second chess set. Just pay a separate fee. Because the Democratic nominees are not yet known, you'll receive 2 podiums to play now. Once the candidate is selected, you will be notified to acquire the final pieces to complete your set. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-274-7150. That's 1-800-274-7150 or visit chess2020.com now.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
Thank you, April.
No problem. All right. Sorry, y'all. We are
You
so
funny, April.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I want to make sure that Sassy, are you able to hear? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. So I have Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn on my phone. So I'm just making some adjustments. That's all. So sorry, you guys.
Awesome.
You hear?
I can hear you.
Okay. 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 So let me do this. actually hear the ladies. I had to take my headphones off.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So. All right. They look like they are. All right. Okay. So, we have, and we're so excited. We have Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn. He's joining us via audio. We had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but you know, as such, technology works when it want to work. Yeah. So, and you just so you just have to just kind of just muffle through it, but we happy that all those who are still with us are still with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so Mr. Strayhorn, if you can let all of our viewers tell us who you are, what you do, and all the good stuff.
Okay, young lady, I am what is called an astronumerologist, where I blend both the esoteric science of astrology, which is the study of the signs and the planets, with numerology, which is the esoteric study of numbers. Okay. And when you combine them both, you're no longer just a sign. So you said you were born in May.
Yes.
So that means if you're born in the earlier part of May, you could be a Taurus. If you were born in the latter part of May, you would be a Gemini. To give you a perfect example, if you look at Malcolm X, he was born May 19th. But if you look at his wife, Betty Shabazz, she was born May 28th. So although he's coming under the sign of Taurus, his wife, Dr. Betty Shabazz, was coming under the sign of Gemini, but they were both number ones. And the numbers tell a lot about you. This is why all signs, like, you know who gets the bad rap, I think, of all the signs, let's say so, Gemini. They're accused of being two-faced. Always something. Okay? But that's not true. No. And all signs got a stereotype to them. This sign is lazy, this sign is this sign is that. But it's modified. So, for example, in New York, when I interviewed actress Pam Grier, for example, she's born May 26th. She's a Gemini at the tail end of May, but she's a Gemini 8 person, so that means she's an air sign because each of the zodiac signs are ruled by elements, and so are the numbers, but she's an earth number because 2 + 6 is 8. And in the interview, to my surprise, with all of the Get Foxy Brown and all those other classic movies she made at that time, what she said she likes to do is farm. Like to work on a farm. But then again, she's an earth number. So it is not just your zodiac sign anymore, because that's what makes what I do unique. Everybody come to me, even if they don't believe in this, April, know their zodiac sign. But they don't know they're a sign and a number. So let's take you, for example. You said you were born May. May when? Not the year, only the year.
May 5th.
Okay, so you are a straight up Taurus person.
Yes.
So you would be an earth sign, which is what Tauruses are. That means they're very pragmatic, very grounded, very down to earth. They like to keep it real, common sense. But then you are born under a 5, which is the air number. That means you like change, variety, freedom, movement. You don't like people clocking you. Now, you might be dating somebody and they get up in the morning and say, "Boo, where you going?" You say, "Oh, ain't that cute?" But if he does that on a regular basis, that's going to work your nerves. Because you ain't got no time for that.
Yes.
So even though I haven't seen you, your physical presence from the Taurus is the sign of beauty. 5 is the number of sex attraction. So I know in some way, shape, or form, you've never had a problem finding a male. Now, maybe finding a man has been another issue. But you've never had a problem attracting the opposite sex, even since you can remember. Even as a young girl going 11, 12, 13 on up. Yes. But what happens is, people should marry you more for your mind than what you look like physically.
Right.
Because it's actually even more if the person knows. That's why guys need to learn this. That's why I have a good friend right now in Detroit, Michigan. Her name is Kaya French. She's one of the best, and to it. I'm a guy, so I can talk to, but when women talk to each other, they talk to each other in ways they understand. Nuances they understand. So when a woman tells me about a guy they're dating, I can actually give them my interpretation because I'm a man. Okay?
Right.
A woman said he was afraid to tell me he loves me, but yet at the same time he says, well, I can't get her out of my head. That's his way of saying he feels it, because see, we men, for whatever reason, people feel that we tell you we love you. It's a sign of weakness, which is so silly.
Yeah.
It's just words.
Yeah.
But they are powerful words. Okay? And even your name has numerical value to it as well, because your name denotes your natural talents, gifts, skills, abilities. Your name also tells you your occupational leaning or professional tendencies, work tendencies toward this, that, and the other. The name also tells me what zodiac signs are drawn to you. It also indicates what people by date of birth are drawn to you as well. And so this is amazing. So I wound up writing 6 books on the subject. They can go to Amazon.com, look up Lloyd Strayhorn, and order any of the books of their choice. And they can find it very interesting. So to give you an example, when I took your name, April, and added it up under the Chaldean system, it added up to 18 or 9. So that tells me one of your parents could have either been an Aries, Leo, Scorpio, or born on the 9th, the 18th, or 27th, because my name, Lloyd, under the same system as the 18. So my dad was an Aries, my brother's a Scorpio, my sister's a Leo. So, and you find that. And your name tells me you tend to attract men in uniform too. Policemen, military, construction, machinists, toolists, whatever the case is. Have you ever attracted a man in uniform? Not to get your business over.
Well, they're not active. I mean, I have dated folks that used to be military.
Yeah, but see, I didn't say how long or recent, but did you ever attract a man in uniform? That's why I said police, military. There you go, because you got to understand, we've never met.
Right.
So I don't know you, but what it does, because sometimes we don't have a point of reference, sometimes we think something maybe is wrong with us.
Right.
When the issue should be to thine own self be true.
Right.
That you got to be April just as I have to be Lloyd. But I know your basic approach is always upfront, straight, no chaser.
Yeah.
You don't fool around. You say what's on your mind, and you speak your truth, and you keep it moving. Sometimes people misinterpret it as being mean, but it's not. And actually, I can't see anything.
I know. I mean, I've had guys tell me that I was hard, that it was like I had a brick wall or whatever. It's just that I said, no, I just don't like the BS. I just don't.
No, you're very direct.
Yeah.
So let's say a guy's interested, and you say, listen, are you dealing with anybody? Are you dating or seeing anybody? Are you married? We men got this notion, well, if I tell her, she ain't gonna give me nothing. That's the first thing on our mind. That's a darn shame. That's the first thing we think about. And so we lie. But the point is with you, and because we men are notorious saying, well, women, they really can't stand the honesty. Women can stand more honesty and deal with more jealousy and cheating than men can. So this is why you'll hear more of a man coming and shooting his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend and her. You rarely hear that about women. Now, maybe they might slash a tire, true. Maybe they might smash the window of the car, true. Women might throw all the clothes out the window, true. But they don't be trying to take life like we men do. So we men got an ego as thin as an eggshell. But the point is, you could appreciate if I'm interested in you, right? And you said, well, listen, Lloyd, are you dealing with anybody? You would appreciate me more if I said, well, I am hooked up with a sister, but I'm really feeling you. You would appreciate me better than saying, no, April, I ain't got nobody at all. On my lonely self waiting to meet a woman like you. Man, I tell guys I've never met a stupid woman. Never on this planet. Now, some of y'all are slow, I will admit. But ain't none of y'all stupid. None of you. Not one.
Right.
And I tell a guy, a woman's going to find out It's either now or later, but she's going to find out. And how you'll do it is the most amazing thing, which is why we always say no when you bust us. Because we're trying to figure out how you find out.
Right.
So in the meantime, until we figure out, we're going to say no first.
Right.
So I'm just telling you a little inside way of how we men think. And I think there really needs to be sessions like this where men can tell women honestly what's going through a man's brain when we're interacting with you. But even more important, it'd be nice to get women to share with men what their mental interaction are when they're going through with us.
Right.
And I think we would wind up having better relationships, more meaningful relationships, more lasting relationships, because you ladies know what we were after since we were little boys in elementary school. Ain't nothing changed. The toys are now turned into cars and nice jobs and suits and colognes and jewelry. But the mindset is still the same.
Right.
So if you go to the convention center, auto convention center, you know, they'll have this Lamborghini, then they'll have a scantily clad woman on top of that hood. Well, if I get that car, do you think she's coming with it? The subconscious, subliminal messages, you get this car, you'll get practically anyone you want. And that's how it works.
Right. Wow.
Anyway, I didn't mean to go all
No.
important.
This is great.
It is very important to understand.
He is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Cynthia.
What's Cynthia's birthday? Let me get in her business a second. Okay, what's Rhonda? I don't need the years. You can just give me the month and day.
Oh, Rhonda's not on. She is December, I want to say 3rd.
She's born the same day as actress Tiffany Haddish.
I could tell you, because I am so bad when it comes to remember. We did celebrate, right. and it is in December. It's the first part of December that I always remember.
Well, it's probably December the 3rd. Because
no, it's December the 1st. December the 1st. I'm sorry. It's December the 1st.
Tiffany Haddish?
Yes. So,
Rhonda.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. This person is a fire sign. This is Rhonda, right?
Rhonda, yes.
That tells me Rhonda is a fire sign with a fire number. And fire represents people who are passionate, action-oriented, they're driven, they're what is known as fired up. So sometimes the men will have problems with her because, you know, we men, as I told somebody one time, we can charm a bird out of a tree. Well, she ain't going for the charm. It's like, okay, honey, you said you got this. What we going to do? You got a jet around the corner. Let's get in the jet and jet over my friend's house. And, you know, that's how ones roll. Actions speak louder than words. So that's why she would not be too much fun in certain relationships. Because it ain't about what you're saying, but can you walk that talk? Right. Not just talk the talk, but walk the talk. Which is a totally different thing. Her birthday suggests she wear glasses because her left eye is a little bit more sensitive than the right eye. If she doesn't wear glasses, she wears contact. Yesterday she does. Or she look like Ray Charles on a bright, shady day. She will always attract younger men and men from different cultures. Long distance relationships. She'll be in this county, they're in that county. She's in this state, they're in that state. She's in this city, they're in that city. She's in this country, they happen to be in that country. But she's very direct, and she would have done well in law, medicine, or science. And because she doesn't take orders well, she's either a manager, supervisor, director, some title of authority. Because she is no pushover. I would not play the system.
Yes.
And by the way, her birthday suggests she's more career-oriented than domestic-oriented. Here's what I mean. Yes, you know, women like home and stability, children, family, and all that stuff. But my goal shouldn't be, Rhonda, once you become Mrs. Strayhorn, here are the new rules for you up in here, okay? I want you off at 5. I want you home at 5:30, and I want dinner on my table every night at 6:30 at the latest. Well, she's going to look behind it because obviously I ain't talking to her. Okay, Rhonda don't roll like that.
Rhonda said, wow.
That's what Rhonda needs to do. That's how she rolls.
Yeah. Yes.
7 adds up to 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. If there's a yes or no question, it means yes is the answer. That she should do something, yes is the answer to the question. It also means subconsciously she might be thinking about bringing something to a close. A relationship, aspect of her career. I'm tired of living in this place. I'm ready to get up out of here. And she could also be thinking about an Aries, Scorpio, Leo, or somebody born on the 9th, 18th, or 27th of any month too.
Okay. Okay. So I for the last 4 months I've been seeing the number 444, and I don't know why.
Well, 444 adds the 12, and 4 is a foundation number. You know, the cornerstone to anything always has 4 points. Chairs, tables, cars. Now, of course, you got 3-wheel chairs, but most standard of anything, a bed, a chair, a table, stands on what? 4 legs. Mm-hmm. So 4 represents foundation, it represents structure, organization. But it also means 4 also represents a rebellious type of thing, and maybe ready to break out the mold. Maybe right. And in fact, since you got all those 4s, one person in mind subconsciously could be an Aquarius or Leo or Gemini, or born on the 1st, the 4th, the 10th, the 13th, the 19th, the 22nd, 28th, or 31st of any month. And it also tells me, because it adds up to a 12, because 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3, it's an odd number. If you have a question at the back of your mind, should I, shouldn't I? Because you keep seeing these 4s, it says yes, you should. But because the ingredients is that made up that 3 are all 4s, it means you're going to have your game tight if you should do this. And only you know what that might be. It could be something from a legal matter. It could be something to, maybe traveling outside the country. It's interesting. This is amazing stuff. That's why I wrote 6 books on this subject.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
But this is why I have Sassy now online. In fact, I have an online course that people can sign up right now for only $10 or $11. It's normally about $149. It's on Udemy, udemy.com, udemy.com. It's an educational platform. So if you want to learn about this or that or the other, that's the site you go to learn courses dirt cheap. Also become an instructor if you want to. But my course on udemy.com is Learn from Lloyd How to Read a Person Like a Book. Just like I did April, just like I did Rhonda, and I never met them.
Yeah.
And it lets you know you're not crazy if nothing else, too.
Right. All right, so we got Miss Pretty. So
Miss Pretty, what's her birthday?
What's your birthday?
She is an old soul. She is a Cancerian 8 person. She is a water sign with an earth number. A water sign, Cancer is a water sign. That means they're nurturing, they're intuitive, they feel things about people, they sense things. And yet she's an earth number, which brings to that intuitive side a very practical, ground to earth, let us keep it real type of business. So she could party and have a good time just like everybody else, but at the end of the day, she knows how to keep it real. A lot of people may not, sometimes she gives off the impression unfairly that people misinterpret it that she's cold or distant or detached or she's lacking in feelings and emotion. The irony is just the opposite of what she appears to. You never ever try to make a good impression. It never works for you. They always think it's the opposite. But actually, she's warm, she's loyal, she's faithful, and when she feels she's got God on her side, and she's right too, that woman ain't budging. I wouldn't mess with her. That's why she tends to have headaches sometimes. Some concerns with headaches, the knees, the teeth, the bones. Okay, sensitivities with the stomach and digestive tract, or sensitivity with the reproductive organs, as she might describe it to me as a guy. But the more they know her, the more they love her, because she is faithful. She's a nurturing type of person, and she's always attracted older men, and thought she would get married at an early age. In fact, before she was in her 20s. Your first one was when? See, I said before 20. See now, and don't forget. Now you see why I call my course how to read a person like a book, because you can do it too. You just have to learn what each number means, and then the whole thing is the synergy of putting it all together. But that's why I'm available. I answer all my students. I've got right now over 700 students out of 30 countries speaking 10 languages on the Udemy site that everybody's getting for like 10, 11 bucks. It's yours. You go at your own pace. You're not rushed. Some may do it in a day. Some may do it in a year, which really shouldn't take a year. But the point is to learn something, since we all kind of shed in. Learn a skill set. Learn about something that goes beyond the five senses of taste, touch, and smell, and sound, stuff like that. And learn how numbers. In fact, on my site, Instagram, I have the 100-day challenge. I think I might do it again tomorrow. I show this $100 bill, right? And I promise it's yours. It's yours for free, nothing. But there's a catch, like in all things. The catch is, get up tomorrow morning and don't use numbers at all. I defy any of you beautiful ladies in that studio and elsewhere listening to get up tomorrow. That means you can't look at your watch. You can't make a call. You can't get a call because you're using numbers. Okay? You can't buy no breakfast. You can't buy no gum. You can't buy no lottery ticket. You can't buy no gas. You really can't do anything. You can't watch your favorite TV show because that has the frequencies that's sent out over the airways. You can't listen to your favorite video show. And I tell people, I don't mean stay under the covers all day. No. Go to a regular, normal life that you normally would from the time you get up and go to bed, and don't use numbers. You cannot. I've been holding on to this $100 for about 20 years. They done changed the design of it and everything. I'm still holding on to it. Thank you, dear. Thank you. It is impossible.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No.
Listen, you think you're going to put a chicken in the oven and decide to come back whenever you want to, and it be in the same way you wanted it? No, when you cook something, you got to see how much time you got. When you cook it, you got to measure something, a half a teaspoon of this, a sprinkle of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Can you imagine all these sports buffs? They're crying their hearts out because there are no numbers. Can you imagine trying to watch sports and these guys are running around with no numbers on their jerseys? Okay? They will tell you that the greatest honor for an athlete like a Kobe Bryant that passed away unfortunately in December is to have their number retired from that franchise. Then never ever again with the Chicago Bulls can they use 23, which is Michael Jordan.
Right.
Never again can they use whatever Shaq's number is. These are numbers that retire as long as these franchises existed. You ask that athlete, they will tell you that's almost like winning the Academy Award on Hollywood, but in the sports world, other than going into the Sports Hall of Fame.
She's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Now, I'm not an advantage of seeing anybody, so I need to know, is this June the 26th? Or, you know, who's this? Who wants to know? Well, that tells me that this house where you're living, first of all, it tells me the house is near a body of water, not too far from a lake or pond or creek or waterfall or river, whatever the case is. It also tells me that this property will have water-related issues or challenges. Leaky roof, flooded basement, water pressure, or when it rains heavily, it puddles around the property. Would I be in the ballpark considering I don't know yet?
Oh.
I says, would I be in the ballpark? Does your residence have water-related challenges, leaks, floods? Yeah, okay. And you got to understand, again, I don't know you much less where you live. But let me tell you this. You're born on the 26th of June, so that means your lucky numbers are the 8, 2, and 7. And he's born on the 26th of September. That means his lucky numbers are the 8, 6, and 3. Those are his lucky numbers. So since 8 is a common denominator between the both of you, your man first went out on a date on a late Thursday into Friday night, late Friday night. Huh?
She's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now, you ask your husband, he don't remember what. But women remember things like this. See, this is what I'm saying. Our priorities are totally different than women. I try to get my daughters and women to see, because your priorities up there, men's priorities are normally not at the same level as yours. And they will think the same way about, well, you know, my job is first, and all you want to do is just get married. So it's these. This is why we got to learn how to really flow and understand each other. But I think we're so busy about, oh, aren't they attractive? But then I hear a lot of drama stories after the fact. So yes, it's nice to know some. You know what I'm saying? So when they say don't judge the book by the cover, that's exactly what that means. For example, if I'm taking any of you ladies out on a date, I'm going to make sure I shower, I put deodorant under my arm, I put some cologne on, I brush my hair, I make sure I got the nicest clothes and whatever to impress you. And you know what? You will do the same too. But my mother used to call this the courtship ritual. That everybody's on their best behavior about 3 to 6 months. And after that, especially with us guys, we start flaming out. Well, I'll open the door for you. Now you got to open the door yourself. You know what I'm saying, April?
Right.
Okay, what happened?
Yes.
So women have gone through this to experience. So this is why I have a person in Detroit, Kaya French, a woman, who can begin to articulate to men how women should be treated and dealt with.
Yeah. Yeah, I was married to a Scorpio for like 17 years.
What was his birthday?
10/20.
He sounded like it was a 6.
No, his birthday was 10/24.
I said he sounded like 2 plus 4 is 6.
Yeah. Oh.
I said he sounded like a 6. 2 plus 4 is 6 here. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here's the thing about your husband of 17 years.
Ex-husband.
Personality. When you met him, you thought he was the finest thing since love butter, okay? Personality, charming, athleticism, stuff like that. But then you find out he started having control issues. And that's when he started having problems with you. Stubborn, obstinate, rushing you to get out the door, but the last one to get his own butt out the door. Go figure. And stuff like that. And suffer with sinuses too, allergies, heart palpitations, and regular blood circulation too.
Yeah. 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 Wow.
That's why I have my class that everybody should enroll in. Learn from Lloyd how to read a person like a book on udemy.com. Right now, you see my course normally sells for $149.99. But Udemy has these huge slices. They done slashed it by 93%. Had the beauty salons been open, you ladies could have used that business to get your hair done, your nails done, your feet done, okay?
Wow.
But for $10 or $11, you can enroll in the course. It's a go at your own pace. You take your time, and then you got access to me. If you can't, that's how to get in touch with me with her beautiful self, okay?
Oh.
That's right.
My dad's birthday is June 7th. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I hope I'm not disappointing you, but your vice president, notice, your vice president, Mike Pence, is also born on June 7th, okay? And in fact, he's a Gemini, Pence. Trump is a Gemini. Attorney Barron or Attorney Barr is a Gemini, and Rudy Giuliani is a Gemini. They're all in the same cluster together. All in cahoots, so to speak.
She said Prince. You got to name Prince.
Yeah, Prince. Now, I will say this about you, Sassy. The one thing about 6 is 6 women are different than 6 men. 6 women are just like your name, Sassy. Classy in the sense that wherever a woman and the number 6 buys is normally classic, traditional, timeless. From this in one moment, out the next. Sassy or other 6 women who are listening probably have clothes in their wardrobe they bought years ago that still look great when they put it on now, because they get things that are, and they believe in Here's another joke I'll say about sixes too, especially the women. 6 women can be so stingy sometimes they can squeeze the brown off the penny. But if you want something, you're going to figure out how you're going to get it. Y'all buy one, get one free. When is it on discount? When is it on sale? Something. But y'all will figure out, can I make installments on this? But y'all will get it. But normally sixes like to get the best of the women. The women are beautiful. The women are normally wind up being your teachers, social workers, artists, musicians, singers, realtors, life coaches, psychologists, nurses, counselors, social workers. You know, they run the whole gamut of everything from the arts to business to human services or health services, okay? And they love to be committed. They like to be persons of their word. And your lucky numbers, by the way, are always the 6, 5, and 9. So that means your best days are always on Friday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. Although the calendar goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, your cosmic calendar says you got to do it on a Friday first, then a Wednesday second, then a Tuesday. Now for you, April, you said you were born May 5th if you didn't change your birthday on me, right?
No, it's still May 5th.
Your lucky numbers are just like Sassy's. Your lucky numbers are the 5, 6, and 9. Her numbers are the 6, 5, and 9. So you two can get along. Y'all can curse each other out. It ain't gonna be personal. Y'all can tell each other where to go. It's all love at the end of the day. Okay?
Yeah.
And so your best days, therefore, dear, in the proper order would be Wednesdays first for you, Friday second, then Tuesdays third. It's like I want to unlock the combination to your hearts, right? If I want to unlock the combination of Sassy's heart, I got to spin that dial in a certain order to open the safe and get in. Same with you. Although you got the same numbers, it's in a different arrangement. So my tumbler first for Sassy will be a 6. For you, it would be a 5. My second one for her would be a 5. For you, it would be a 6. The third tumbler you will both share, which is a 9. Once I hit that, I can open the safe and I'm in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, this year favors Aquarius, Leos, and Gemini.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Every sign gets a turn. See, people say, "Oh man, what not me?" You get a turn, but with the way the cosmic laws work, you just gotta wait. Because next year will favor more Geminis, more Virgos, more Aquarians. Then the following year, 2022, will favor more Tauruses and Librans and number 6 people. Everybody gotta. This is the only thing, like TV, you don't like it, you just turn the channel. It don't work like that in real life. You just have to be patient and ride through it. Mm-hmm. But the one thing about all the birthdays you ladies gave me, you ladies, I saw you a little bit, I think, April, that was you, before I lost the video. But all of y'all have a lot to bring to the table in a relationship and in life as well. That I can tell you.
Okay.
So when I see you, I want all your autographs, okay? Don't act like you don't know me.
Wow.
So I think I'm going to be on that beautiful Sassy show tomorrow. What time will that be, Sassy? 7:30. Oh, I was waiting off. I'm so glad I opened my mouth. I'm up here thinking, okay, good. 1 o'clock it is. 1 o'clock it is. Susan, what, 15?
Yes.
Well, 1 + 5 is 6. If you're born on the 6th, you go great.
He said it should go great.
It should go great. It should go great. Yeah. And you know what? I love what I do. I got issues, and one of them is I'm just so nosy. But I love to help people, Mm-hmm. And what I like is not meeting a person like April or the June 26th lady. And yet, they almost think I know them. No, I know the nature of the number and the nature of the sign. Thus, it gives the appearance as if I know you, which is why my course is called How to Read a Person Like a Book. And it's a basic. It's just basic. It ain't heavy duty stuff yet. You know, master numbers, all that is. Let's learn how to count from 1 to 9. Okay, it's like that. But it's helpful in terms of understanding yourself, your mates, your children, siblings, co-workers, frenemies, enemies, everybody who comes your way. You'll be able to read their number. You will literally have their number. And the fact that my site, and the course has only been up less than 2 months, and in fact it's in 30 countries, different countries, from Guam to the far end to Nigeria, all the way up to Canada and the United States and Brazil and Mexico. It tells me that this thing, numerology and astrology, is global. And when you learn it, you can take this skill set with you at any part of the world. As long as human beings walk, and as long as they have a month, a day, and a year of birth, you got their number. I get a little excited, but there's something to get excited about.
No, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. All right. Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks, ladies. And all of you, y'all take care. What did you want to say? I'm sorry.
Now, I was saying, let everybody know where they can contact you, where they can get your book.
Oh, yes. The best one is you should go to my website, because if you want to register, it's right there. If you want a reading, it's right there. It's Lloyd-Strayhorn. Now, let me spell it. Lloyd, Lloyd-Strayhorn, just like it sounds. STRAYHORN.com. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com.
Okay.
No, dash. A dash. No, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's my website, where you can, the 2020 predictions for all your zodiac signs are on there. I also do personalities. You'll hear me doing an interview with Monique the comic, also Layla Hathaway, Donnie Hathaway's daughter. You'll hear me do an interview with T.D. Jakes, because I read all these people and how their responses was, okay?
Wow.
And everybody is just as important as they are. Every single person on planet Earth is just as special as they. But this is a culture that's got us so busy looking in somebody else's backyard. We haven't been taught how to look in our own backyard to discover our own gifts and talents and skills and abilities and maximize those. You know?
Wow.
It's like the bait and switch. One hand is doing one thing while the other hand is doing another. So people got us looking at the Kim Kardashian, this, that, and the other. But what about you? You are just as special as they. But because you don't have their name or their money, it doesn't make you special in the eyes of God. Thank you. I'm sorry. I've been running my mouth.
No, you were awesome. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks, ladies. Y'all stay beautiful. That sounds like that's easy for y'all. Y'all sound so good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a nice day and a blessed one. And please be safe, ladies, out here until all this stuff passes, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, ladies.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So we're going to take just a really, really quick break. But when we come back, we're going to close out the show with our final thoughts and what we actually thought. All right. All right, y'all. So don't go anywhere. We got more of Women's Talk Live coming up next.
Hey everybody, it's me. It is your girl, Sassy Scribe of Situations with Sassy, where I bring you the best, and I do mean the best, in love, sex, and dating, each and every Monday at 12 p.m. on Verk Radio in New York City. And you can also hear Sassy worldwide on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, and Spotify. So listen, go to situationswithsassy.com so you can set your reminders so that you won't miss an episode.
All right, y'all. Back with Women's Talk Live. I know we had a lot of technical difficulties. I apologize. We usually use. I know we usually use Skype for these things because it's better with as far as audio. Unfortunately, we had to go back to Zoom, and Zoom is not the best when it comes to audio. So if you weren't able to hear Sassy or Miss Pretty, we apologize. We're still working out the kinks with this. But because we did live wire show last night, and which actually did very very well, and they you know did their thing. So we apologize, y'all. We really really do. Um, we're trying to really get a yeah yeah no yeah no right yeah he is he definitely is no he did know us, he really did. He really did. He really, really did. I was floored because I was just like, okay. Um, he had me just down to, he had me down to a T. I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, how does God know? Because I'm definitely one of those people, and I would be accused of just being hard or whatever, whatever. And I was like, okay, I know it ain't just me acting crazy. I know I ain't crazy. I know I ain't crazy. Um. All right, and I apologize again. I know you guys are having a rough time here, and for some reason, this just I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Rhonda did think that her reading was good. She was pretty excited. She said he got her down to a T. So yeah, so she was pretty excited to hear her reading, and so but also don't forget, if you want to reach Lloyd Strayhorn, it's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. He did his he has his book. It's Numbers and You. Yes, yes, Numbers and You. Right. Yeah, he does. Right. It is. It's definitely all in the numbers, and like I said, I've always been a real big believer in numbers, and numbers mean something. I always thought that. So, all right, y'all. So we're going to wrap up the show. Oh my gosh, this time goes by so fast. All right. So my final thought for today, I think this goes perfectly with what we just went into. You have to be odd to be number one. So I don't want nobody ever telling me I'm hard, I'm this, I'm that. I'm that for a reason. Because I ain't for all this foolishness. Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It does. It has meaning. It has definitely has meaning. All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap up the show, but don't forget to catch us next week at 7 p.m. Make sure that you sign up for our newsletter right on our website, WPBmedianetworks.com. Also, we will be streaming Pastor Johnson's sermon on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. for Easter Sunday with Living Word Ministries. And then after that, we'll be filming my mom, Pastor Hall. uh, Mount Airy Pentecostal, her service, and they're an hour apiece. So you can get up, get your coffee, sit down, and watch your services live on air on WPBMediaNetworks.com or our Facebook page. And next Wednesday, don't forget to tune in at 9 p.m. for the Live Wire Comedy Show. That's with comedians Larry Lancaster, Ray Diva, Henry Jones, and DJ A-Rod. And hopefully we can get all of them together. Last time we didn't have Larry, and this time we didn't have Ray. So hopefully we can get all of them on the same, all of them. Yeah, and once again, I did put in the newsletter that we are definitely going to do our men's roundtable once everything is lifted. We're going to have a very exciting panel of men for you, and that is also going to be held at Burn One Cigar and Jazz Lounge on Emerson Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. So if you're in the Baltimore area and you want to come out for that, make sure that you stay tuned. We're going to put all of that in our newsletter and also on our Women's Talk Live Facebook page. So that's it for tonight. So this is Women's Talk Live with your girl April J. And we will see y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. See y'all. Bye.